I have to say. But if Leta comes out with some ghost strategy, I get to call him the man next. Okay, tons of mines all over the main, so recalls are not going to be effective. Any recall into the main is going to be suicidal for Pure, so hopefully he's not considering that too heavily. I mean, all Pure really has to do right now is defend and deny another base. That's all he has to do is defend his bases and deny that 12 o'clock from coming up for Leta. Leta has no other options for bases. There's nowhere else he can expand unless he takes the 5 o'clock for himself. Oh no, it's going to be a recall, I think, from Pure. He's getting awfully close to those turrets with that Arbiter. Arbiter completely out of position now, and Pure is backing off for the meantime. I think he's trying to fight back a troop, a vulture troop from Leta that's out on the map. The observers aren't really looking at it, but I think he's fighting back the vultures at the top of the map. Leta is trying to gather enough tanks to make this count. I'm still not sure what he's going to do with the covert ops. I haven't seen any ghosts on the ground, so I think he might have abandoned his covert ops strategy. If he has abandoned that, that's kind of a shame, but I will understand, since he lost his entire army while he was going for that strategy, so he might have had to change his strategy to adapt to what Pure was going for. Pure is getting such a huge army out on the ground, and Pure, I think, might be at 193 population, so his bases are working out extremely well for him. He has a huge advantage in this game right now, so all he has to do basically right now is just attack move into everything, get out his backup troops, and then attack move into everything again, and he'll be able to keep Leta in his 3 bases forever. Now he's coming in, getting some scouting here. I think those 2 zealots were mainly to scout how many troops were on the ground for Leta. Absolutely insane. Looks like there's an observer in the area getting ready to scout. Hopefully he scouted the covert ops by now, just in case. Leta going out with a drop ship, probably with a couple of tanks in it, or at least a few vultures. All the vultures aren't going to be able to get anything done here. The tanks out of position. The tanks might be able to pick off the Dragoons. Yeah, the tanks are going to be able to pick off the Dragoons, so the Arbiter's going to have to come in with a backup troop to pick these tanks off. And Leta's harassment down here at the 5 o'clock position is not successful. It's very smart of Pure to go for this many bases, because there's almost no way he can lose at this point unless Leta finds some way to harass multiple bases at once, while at the same time tackling the army on the ground to keep it distracted and keep the army on the ground from going over and hurting the harassment attempts. Another Stargate coming up, so we're seeing a fleet beacon, so we're going to see a carrier tech switch from Pure, so he's going purely for carrier style. And, oh man, he's going to have carrier support now, even though he's almost maxed out on population. This is insane. He must be planning to lose his entire army so he can go mostly for carriers. He's going to have to sacrifice some probes soon. Any probes that are not mining have got to die, because the carriers are going to have to come out soon enough, and they need some food count to support that. But, yeah, Pure, I guess he decided he had enough arbiters out on the ground. And Leta is going to try to float over to this 12 o'clock. This is going to be insane. He's floating from such a long way away, but I can see why he's doing it. He's going to try to fight back all the science vessel being stasis there, so no EMP on the troops. No EMP on the Arbiter. Nukes! It's nuclear silo coming up. It's time to nuke the stars. Yes, I do approve of nukes. Oh, a lockdown of the Arbiter, so no cloak energy there. So Leta does have his one ghost. Another lockdown of another Arbiter. So switching to carriers might have been the exact wrong thing to do for Pure at this point, because he's not going to be able to get out enough Arbiters. He's not going to be able to support any more Arbiters, because he's going to be using his Stargates mostly for carriers. So this could have been a bad tech switch from Pure, but yes, hopefully Leta has not scouted that fleet beacon. If he's not scouted the fleet beacon, it will work out for Pure, because he'll be able to sneak attack with so many carriers and go in with carriers before the amount of Goliaths are out there to get the job done. But both guys are getting close to maxed out armies. This is absolutely insane. Pure is still... He let Leta take this base. Leta still has a couple of ghosts. He's researching nukes, so Leta could use nukes to get back in this game, of all things. And actually, since he's taken this 12 o'clock, I think he might be able to do it. I think wow, I think Pure is going to try to take the middle. That's the only base left on the map. He's going to try to take the middle and hold the middle against nuclear barrage of some kind. But yeah, finally carriers coming out for Pure. He's going to hide those for a little while and then reveal them when he has probably about 4 or 6 out on the field. Pure kind of losing Dragoons for no reason. He's upgrading attack. He's upgrading attack or shield for his carriers. So he's going to use, most likely, attack to go out and kill everything before Leta knows about this and is able to get out enough Goliaths to deal with it. But Leta, he has a nuke prepared. He has 1 nuke prepared right now, and he has lockdown researched. So he might be able to lock down the carriers, and he's tackling this base over here. So Leta is pushing into the 10 o'clock base. He has siege tanks over there. He might be able to actually do this, since he's over there with his ghosts and his entire army. All more High Templar coming in now. For Pures, he's used High Templar well enough to protect that 10 o'clock in the past. So nice stasis from him to block that choke yet again. So both Pure and Leta have very much impressed me in this series so far. This is one hell of an OSL series, no matter how this turns out. And I'd say it's still very, very evened up. Pure has been mining from more bases for a longer period of time. But he's actually behind in food count. Nuclear launch detected from Leta. He dropped a ghost in this little area. I think that might have been a mistake from the map developers. An EMP of the Nexus. So the Nexus is going to go down, completely destroying the 5 o'clock base with a nuke. So Leta, for whatever reason, he knew about that tiny little area he could drop his ghost. But now he took out that 8 o'clock base, but he's going to have to deal with carriers now. He sees the carriers and arbiters. This is going to be tough for Leta. He's going to have to get out enough Goliaths and probably keep his science vessel count alive too to fight this off. I mean, 1 good EMP there, maybe a couple of lockdowns to be able to fight back. A nice lockdown of the arbiter, so that'll help him fight back a little bit. But he has stasis of a couple of Goliaths got stasis there, so Pure is going to try to roll in here with carriers and pick off everything while Leta is researching probably another nuke to take out another base. That nuke actually worked extremely effectively down there at the 5 o'clock. I mean, the 5 o'clock is gone for Pure. It's completely gone. On a storm from Pure. He's trying to storm over all the Goliaths to protect these carriers.